We'll also need the eye over here to my left here.
You start.
Wow, everyone's following directions really nicely. So let me say good morning. How about one more time? Good morning. That's so much better. I'm super excited to welcome everyone to the opening of schools for this 1920 school year. I just got so excited, and as I was driving over the A Street Bridge, and I saw the Jefferson Stallions walking across the bridge. I saw the South Mountain Middle School folks getting off of the bus. And so, not to single out anybody, I want to welcome all of you. I stood before you 2 years ago and thanked you for moving mountains in the classroom, and I want to do that same thing again. Teaching is the hardest profession. And so thank you for showing up each and every day, and welcome to our 1920 school year. We're going to have Mr. McCool come to the stage and move us through our program.
Good morning, everybody. It's my honor to introduce you to our Air Force Junior ROTC to present our colors. Would you all please rise?
year, opening up schools. We want to thank them for stopping by. At this time, we are going to have a few other special guests come to the stage. We have our Tapini family, Mrs. Jamie Isaacson.
Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Opening of Schools. My name is Gloria Tapini and I'm a third grader at Sheridan Elementary School. I would like to introduce my teacher, Ms. Isaacson.
Thank you, Glorianex. Good morning, everyone. I had the pleasure of meeting Glorianex and his father, Mr. Tapini, at the beginning of last school year during our open house at Sheridan. By listening and talking about the goals he had for his son, I quickly realized Mr. Tapini is invested in Glorianex's education. After this, Mr. Tapini and I had created a partnership that ultimately benefited Glorianex throughout his second grade school year. I understand what Glorianex's strengths and needs were and how I could help him excel. This kind of family engagement is crucial to our students' success in so many ways, like their educational progression, their general well-being, and the understanding that learning is important and necessary for their future endeavors. When teachers and families connect on a regular basis, our students benefit because everyone works together to provide them with the support and structure they need in the classroom and in their community. This leads to student success. Building a relationship of trust while connecting with families also helps to motivate the students to do better and care more about their learning because they begin to understand and see that their family and their teacher have the same goals for them. Making these connections with our families make our job as teachers easier too. Once the community starts to hear about the positive benefits of connecting with their child's teachers, parents will be more interested in working with the schools to help their child succeed. This is exactly what Mr. Tapini is promoting in his own community, and now I would like to introduce him, Mr. Tapini.
Thank you, Ms. Isaacson. Good morning, everyone. My experience with the Allentown School District started during Sheridan's open house. I was able to speak one-on-one with Ms. Isaacson about Glorianex progress in school. Among many things, we spoke about the VIP Club, which engages parents, teachers, and our principals. I attended a meeting and saw the importance of when parents get involved in schools and work together with their teachers and see the impact it can have on a child's life. We have done everything from fundraisers, bingo, cocoa, cookies, and art to name a few. Also seeing how the district has truly engaged with family, which goes far beyond asking parents to make cookies for a school bake sale. True engagement is a partnership between the parents and the school district working to support our children. To the parents, I say get involved in your child's education. There's two things that I always tell Glorianex. I try to work on his mindset. I always tell him that he can be whatever he wants, and I also always tell him what you believe about yourself is the way you think about yourself, and the way you think about yourself is the way you behave. To the teachers, I say thank you for all you do, and to the school district, continue giving us the support and tools we need to help our children flourish into leaders. Thank you. Gracias.
Good morning. My name is Corinne Mendoza Brown, and I'm here representing the Office of Family and Community Engagement, along with what Sheridan School just spoke about. The family engagement that we have in our district is really important to us, and I have brought up some people that we want to showcase, and also the our five-pronged approach to making sure that we are having a really good dynamic family engagement. With our Allentown Parent Network we have here, along with our community partners, Casa Guadalupe and Promise Neighborhoods, we have here Dr. Vance from Promise Neighborhoods.
Bienvenidos. Bienvenido a tribe, right? So it's about progress, not perfection, they tell us, right? I wrote something for you guys. My wife said you get nervous when you speak in front of educators. I've never seen you write anything before. So we need you to bear with me, right? There's a Zulu greeting, Sawubona, that says, I see you. I see you. It's a call and response. And the response is, I am here. So I'm proud to be here to let you know that I see you, and I'm proud to be seen by you guys. I was that kid in the back of the class that didn't speak until I was 5 years old, that was left back in kindergarten, that was left back in 7th grade, that spent 3 years in the 9th grade, and felt like I was thrown out of every high school in Brooklyn. As a child, I wrestled with trauma and abuse, and there were 3 questions that I wished every educator would have asked me, or someone would have asked me, right? No one ever asked, how are you? Are you safe? And how can I help? And we know now that rejection is violence, that it's structural violence. And we know violence is a disease. So at the Promise Neighborhood, we invite you to join us with radical welcome, which we believe is the cure. Radical welcome to our children, radical welcome to our families, and radical welcome to our educators that sacrifice every day to give to our community. There's also an African proverb that says, the child that is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. The child that is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. So, as a form of arson, so to speak, alleged, that's right, as an alleged form of arson, I invite you to do the things that you need to show up every day, ready to partner with parents, to partner with the community, to partner with administration, to show the warmth to our children that they need. My name is Dr. Hassan Batts. I just wanted to speak to you briefly. We're Promise Neighborhoods in Lehigh Valley. Your children know us. Your families know us. Google us, follow us on social media, learn about our events and the resources we have to partner with parents and partner with teachers and providing the environments that we need. It's going to be a long year. There's going to be some difficult days, and I want to let you know that the Promise Neighborhoods in Lehigh Valley loves you. We believe in you. We appreciate all that you do, and that the revolution in teaching right now is self-care, compassion, and team care, compassion. Do what you need to take care of yourselves. Do what you need to take care of each other. Walk, breathe, read, watch Scandal or Orange is the New Black with a glass of wine, so that you can show to our kids. Thank you, guys.
With our PTOs, PTAs, PTSAs, and all the other parent engagement type of groups that we have in our schools, and I will bring up Nancy Wilson.
I just wanted to say I'm starting my 14th year as a parent in ASD, and I want to thank you all for your dedication to our kids. My children have gotten an outstanding education, and I'm looking forward to my twins being juniors this year at Allen. Go Canaries!
We also have the Allentown Parent Network, who is in collaboration with all of us. They are here to serve our community and also our parents and engagement.
name is Cynthia Mota. I'm really excited to be here, and we're from the Allentown Parent Network, where we educate, elevate, and empower parents.
Hi, my name is Daisy Ramirez, and I just want to say that we are a network working together, so get to know us. We want to get to know you guys and work together. Thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you again to the teachers. Go Mustangs! And please follow us on Facebook at Allentown Parent Network, and try to follow us and come to our workshops. Thank you.
September 10th, cyberbullying. I hope to see you all there. A Casa Guadalupe.
Face office. We have our parent liaisons, and we collaborate district-wide, bringing programs to our schools and also in the administration building where the resource center is located. And I have two dynamic parent liaisons here, Faye Candelario and Liliana Jimenez, who is new. But I just wanted to also showcase them. And I'm very proud of the work that we do here in the district. I'm proud to see everyone here representing their schools and their t-shirts. We need a t-shirt for the administration building. Just a plug. And I just want to, just welcome everybody. I hope you have a great year. Like Dr. Matt said, it's going to be ups and downs, but we just need to move forward so that we can really elevate our students and bring them the best year that they can have going forward. Thank you.
Morning, Allentown School District staff. Welcome back. It's good to see you all. At this point, I would be remiss if I did not thank you for electing me as president of the Allentown Education Association. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'd like to implore all stakeholders here today to approach this upcoming school year in a spirit of collaboration. I'm heartened by the choice of today's keynote speaker, Becky Pringle. NEA Vice President Pringle is a fierce advocate for educational equity in our public schools in general. Choosing her to address us here today signifies to me at least an increased interest in collaboration. I gave some down. The teachers of ASD are excellent and care about our students the way we care about our own children. They choose to come here because they wanted to make a difference. In a recent conversation I had with Governor Wolf, I passed this fact on to him, and I stated I would put them up against any professional staff in the Commonwealth. He voiced his agreement. We draw national and statewide interest. Professional classroom educators in this arena today, but practitioners of pedagogy. There are a vast repository of best practices. They need to be tapped for their expertise. They need to be trusted to make educational decisions in the way one would trust a general practitioner to provide appropriate diagnosis and treatment. You folks are where the rubber meets the road. I aspire to assist them in being heard and making a difference. I'm grateful for being afforded the opportunity to speak on their behalf today. At this point, I would like to wish you a productive and fulfilling school year. Turn you over to Frank Derrick.
That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 new AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was Mark Liebel. I don't know if anybody introduced him, the new 80 AEA president. That was experience I had with him, he's a very nice and entertaining gentleman. Looking forward to working with him. I'm Frank Derrick, South Mountain. So I just jotted down a couple of things I think we just have to remember before we go back into the classrooms. Number one, it's all about relationships. It doesn't cost anything to have a good relationship with a student. Again, it's free, and it's the most important thing you can do. Bad days. I remember driving home my first year teaching, looking at office buildings, thinking, what am I, an idiot? I could be working in there, I could have an engineering degree. It gets better. No matter how bad that one day is, the next day is so much better. And you're like, what was I so upset about? This kid isn't that bad, he's only 12. I can deal with him, I'm smarter than he is, I know I am. Have fun. This is a rare profession where you can actually, I think, have fun with your interactions with each other, with the kids, with everybody. Utilize that, please. Enjoy teaching, enjoy learning about yourself, learning about your students, their families. You can't replace this profession. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry about minutia. There's 20,000 kids showing up on Tuesday. They're going to come in your classes. Don't worry about the minutia. I started teaching in 1998, and I have a lot of friends who became administrators, Parkland, Bethlehem, Salisbury, all over the place. And we talk sometimes, we hang out at PJ's, occasional Monday. And they'll complain about stuff, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I said, I'll take my staff, put them in your school, and your scores are gonna double. And I'll take your staff, and our scores are gonna go way down. And I'm not ripping on other school districts. But that's the reality. We can't replace. I don't know where I was going with that. On behalf of all the district administrators, I'm the new president. Have a great year, have fun, don't sweat the small stuff.
Oh, there it is. So I helped do the agenda, and I think if I had to do it again, I wouldn't follow Mr. Derrick. I have the distinct honor of introducing our new administrators who will ultimately introduce our new staff. I believe I've stopped counting the years. All I can tell you is in 1999, I was a new teacher, sitting over there with the Washington staff. And now I'm here today serving as your Deputy Superintendent. My name is Jen Ramos. And I'm very excited to introduce our new administrators. We have a fair amount of familiar faces moving into different places. So I'm going to start with our central office, and I'm going to ask folks to stand when I call your name. Miss Tiffany Pollock. Tiffany is serving as our Acting Director of Student Services. Miss Jen Bryan. Serving as our Acting Director of Literacy. We have our principals lined up over here, or possibly in the stands, depending on whether they have new staff. We have at McKinley, Mrs. Daria Custer. The acting principal at Moser, Miss Deanna McGuire. We are welcoming back to ASD the principal of Muhlenberg, Mr. Jeff Fries. Our new Roosevelt principal, Mrs. Shannon Peters. With that, I'd like to call the principals forward so they can introduce their new teachers and staff.
Good morning. Rebecca Bodner, Central Elementary School. New staff, we have Dan Dorico, AP, Jennifer Wargo, Kindergarten, Brittany Rebar, 1st grade, Aubrey Bartholomew, 3rd grade, Megan Roberts, 4th grade, Mike Fascinetto, 5th grade, Jamie Miller, 5th grade, Jamie Cavuto, Math Specialist, Elizabeth Kusser, ESOL. You guys stand up as I say your names. Stand up. Stand up. Michelle Shelton, Music. Nelson Diaz, CIS Director. And Rosalind Cintrone, Head Secretary. Please give them all a round of applause. Welcome to ASD.
I'm David Schlegel from Cleveland Elementary. Our new staff members, please stand when I say your name. 1st grade, Aubrey Beidelman. Our nurse, Rachel Hahn. 4th grade, Dana Miller. And learning support, Jeff Tankard. Welcome to ASD.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kate Griffin, and I proudly serve as the principal at John Elementary School, with Lindsay Perkins, our awesome assistant principal. And we welcome new staff to the district: Zainab Ali Warrenpessel, ESOL, Allison and Jericho, Kindergarten, Omaima Fahim, our ESOL paraprofessional, Vashana Frazier, Kindergarten, Lauren Bretzo, Emotional Support, Stephanie Marks, Grade 4, and Anne-Marie Quirk, Life Skills. Thank you.
Good morning, Allentown School District. My name is Josh Ratcliffe, and I'm the principal at the Jackson Early Childhood Center. Go Joeys! We have a short list new to the Jackson Joeys and Mongoose Retrievers. It is Ryan Gerberick, teaching general music, and hired last year to come on to Jackson is Miss Madeline Noriega. Go Joeys!
Good morning, ASD. My name is Kristen Adams. I'm the principal of Jefferson Elementary. And we could not do it without our amazing staff, so our assistant principal, Brian Mansfield. We're welcoming Stephanie Bless, 2nd grade. Natalie Brodsky, 4th grade. Eliana Jimenez, parent liaison. Hannah Page, 4th grade. Karen Place, 5th grade. Sabrina Rex, emotional support. And Caitlin Washburn, and she is the emotional support also. Dream, believe, achieve!
Good morning. Matthew Powell, principal at Lehigh Parkway. We'd like to welcome to our Panther family, and actually our Dodd Bulldog family as well. Nathan Klein Schuster, music. Eddie Olson, phys ed. Emily Smith, art. Have a great year, everyone. Go Panthers!
Good morning, ASD. My name is Deanna McGuire, and I am the new acting principal at Moser. Mr. Snyder, our assistant, and myself would like to welcome the following new staff members. Please stand when I read your name. Melanie Christopher in 1st grade. Carol Grundian as our school nurse.
music. Both at Jefferson as well as Bloomberg, Elise Saber, please stand up. 5th grade, Megan Fangolero. Old Face in a New Place. Learning support, Joe Fiorito. ESL, Josie McDonald. 3rd grade, Susie Grayson. Kindergarten, Sarah Yoko. Autistic support, Lori Connolly, and last but not least, Jennifer Rarick, our instrumental teacher. Have a great year.
Buenos días, good morning. Me llamo el señor Gil, soy la directora de los Academias Newcomer. My name is Mrs. Gill and I'm the principal at both Newcomer Academies. We welcome this year Anthony Cassiano, middle school math teacher, and Jennifer Smith, nurse at both Newcomer Academies. Welcome. Hace buen año.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Mary Beth Fine Ralston. I'm the proud principal of Louis A. Ramos Elementary. I'd like to welcome the following new staff to our family. Assistant Principal Donna Keeney. Donna, can you stand? Administrative Intern Juliet Saba. Grade 4 teacher Richard Roberts. Grade 4 learning support Crystal Hoffmaster. Music teacher Ryan Gerberich. I hope I'm saying that right. And instrumental music Jennifer Rarick.
Good morning, ASD. My name is Shannon Peters, and I'm the proud principal of Roosevelt Elementary. I'd like to give a big shout out to my amazing administrative team, Mr. Peter Shada, my AP, and Mrs. Julissa Jimenez, our supervisor of instruction. I'd like to welcome the following staff members to Roosevelt and also to ASD for this year. Kindergarten teacher Morgan Carfara, 2nd grade teacher Kristen Smith, and 4th grade teacher Liana Samoa. Welcome to Tennytown.
Good morning, everyone. I am Lisa Lesko, the principal at Sheridan Elementary School. And we would like to welcome to our team Michelle Shelton as music teacher and Sarah Davis, 1st grade teacher. Welcome to Sheridan, go Mustang.
I apologize, Mr. Hahn, I have to butt in. We'd also like to welcome Lee Curtin, autistic support teacher. Thank you.
Good morning, ASD staff. I'm Dave Hahn, principal at Union Terrace Elementary School. Sorry, Bloomberg, we're the #1 school in the West End. All right, I'd like to introduce new staff members joining the UT team, and first of all, new assistant principal, Joe Lakazi. And Dana Kowalczyk joining our grade 4 team. Go UT Tigers!
Good morning, my name is Patrick Nelson, the new principal at Harrison Middle School. My pleasure to welcome the new staff members to the Morton family. Assistant Principal, Mr. Charles Johnson. Dr. Carolyn Henry. Teacher, Javon Ferreira. Ariel Denton. Jacqueline Heiserman. Chelsea Velez Mendez. Teresa Kemp. Danielle Flower. Sean Bachman, and Jennifer Schwartz. Remember.
Good morning, ASD. My name is Sue Ellen, principal of Robb Middle School. We're going to have a great year. I most especially want to recognize my very raw, brave staff. We welcome the following to our building.
administrative team, Bob, Lisa, and Jamie, introduce our new staff. Jamal Arnaud, social studies. Mike Kaminsky, math, who used to work at Harrison Morgan. Paul Egan, math. Dennis Patton, literacy. Amanda Turback, art. Also worked at Allen. Stephanie Campbell, music. Melissa Baer, family consumer science. Danielle Clower, Spanish language. Allison Millay, behavior specialist. Autumn Deck, music. Jill Arrington, science. Denise Claros, math and science. And Lydia Stepanoff, science.
Good morning, Allentown School District. Right, here goes my staff. I am Mrs. Pierpapel, the proud principal at Trexler Middle School. I'd like to introduce my leadership team. My assistant principals, Mr. Ferdinand Sarita, Mrs. Tatiana Berrios, and Mrs. Allison Bukri, my leadership team. Now for my new staff to Trexler Middle School. Catherine Bianco, grade 7 counselor. Karen Goldner, school nurse. Emily Howe, grade 7 ELA. John Krillis, grade 8 ELA. David Lopez, grade 6 learning support. Daniel Lugo, grade 7 math. Garrett McDevitt, grade 6 ELA science. Tiffany Ponegranz, grade 6 counselor. Michael Rex, grade 7 math. And last but not least, Deanna Robinson, grade 7 science. Welcome. And remember, once a bulldog. Thank you.
Good morning, ASD. I am Jose Rosado on behalf of the Building 21 team. New to our team this year, Heather Nunziata, CSI, Sarah T.A., Learning Support, John Vernon, Science, Stephen Voss, Social Studies, Matthew Jones, Science, Tim Metz, PE, Danny Perez, Climate Coordinator, Samuel Rout, Social Studies, Anne-Marie Stevens, English Language Arts, and Megan Witkowski, Math.
Morning, everybody. Mike McCool, humbled to lead and serve. The Deer Huskies, are you in the house, Huskies? I'd like to welcome new additions to our Husky family. Alex Atia, English. Jenna Berglund Cottle, Art. Claudia Reyes, Spanish. Robert Hess, Special Education. Edward Braxmeyer, Special Education. Hired yesterday, Cindy Nieves, ESOL. Devin Everett, Gear Up Counselor. Crystal Perez, School Nurse. Three new members of our administrative team. Welcome back to the pack. Maggie Drake. Melissa Petronio. And Mr. Matthew Gibler. Husky Pride.
Shannon Mayfield. Representing proud Canary Nation. You all already know how we do. On behalf of Canary Nation, the school community and the families, the message we have for the entire ASD school community, our educational partners. We want you to be the leaders that others need to see. That's the message from Canary Nation. I would like to welcome the following new staff members into the family. Regina Chiyoko, Dolores Gonzalez, Yahira Medina, Ruth Phillips, and Grant Wary as parents. Welcome. Teachers, Rebecca Berger, art. Fred Butler, mathematics. Jen Cecilia, PE and health. Jacqueline Pebble, business. Jessica Hahn, English. Kimberly Mousley, special education. Daniel Bouchardo, ESOL. Maisha Utterbach, special education. And Brett Wandler, tech ed. Welcome to the family. Our dear counselor, Bob Call, and Keith Eckenroe, welcome to the family. Our administrative additions to Canary Nation, Norm Loman, Dean, Randy Attia, assistant principal, and finally, welcome back, Eugene Clay in ATS. Canary Nation, let's go again.
Thank you, principals, and welcome back, everybody. I'd like to introduce Ms. Audrey Matheson, ASD Board of Directors President.
Good morning. On behalf of the Allentown Board of School Directors, let me tell you how much we value your work. I want you to know that. Our 17,000 plus students are grateful to you, and so are we. We do not underestimate the importance of what you do every day, and we are happy to applaud you as another year begins. I hope the summer was everything you wanted it to be, other than too short. And I hope that you are refreshed and ready to go again. In fact, I can tell that you are. The cheering has shown that. Welcome back. Now it is my honor and my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for the morning, Mrs. Becky Pringle, better known as Becky. She is the Vice President of the National Education Association. Many of you in this room belong to the 3.2 million member organization that advocates for children and school employees in public education across the country. What you may not know is that Becky is one of 4 women, the executive director, the president, the treasurer, and herself, who guide the organization. She is a former middle school science teacher in the Harrisburg area who became active in her local association and eventually became an NEA director in Pennsylvania. I personally remember the night a few years later in Los Angeles when the NEA Representative Assembly first elected her to national office. Becky has been recognized by education and social justice organizations for her commitment to educational equity. She shares that commitment with all of us in the Allentown School District. She is a recipient of the Black Women's Roundtable Education, Innovation, and Social Justice Leadership Award, that's a mouthful, from the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation, the Woman of Power Award from the National Action Network, and was named Community Woman of the Year by the American Association of University Women. The impact of her leadership is far-reaching inside and outside of NEA. I am very proud this morning to introduce my friend, Becky Pringle, to all of you. Welcome to Pennsylvania.
Of all the civil rights for which this world has fought and died for 5,000 years, the right to learn is undoubtedly the most important. habit of sacrifice. So whatever you might think about the curtailment of other civil rights, you must fight to the last ditch to keep open that right to learn. Those powerful words by W.E.B. Du Bois captures the magnitude of the responsibility we took on when we made that decision to become educators. Good morning, Allentown. I am so honored and excited to be here with you, and that excitement is palpable. I see the glow sticks, I see the thunder sticks. I hear a cowbell somewhere. There it is. It must be the beginning of the year. You're all in your places with bright, shiny faces, ready to take on another challenge and opportunity this year. Let me begin by recognizing and honoring the collaborative leadership of your superintendent, Mr. Thomas Parker, who I've had the pleasure to meet, your school board president, and my very dear friend, Ms. Audrey Madison, and my colleague and the president of the Allentown Education Association, Mark Leibel. Is that a kind of collaboration and mutual respect and the collective determination to provide Allentown's educators with the dignity and support they need so that your students, all of them, can live into their brilliance. I think they would all agree that there is no honor, no accolade, no honors that equals that of being a teacher. You know, I'm not talking about those glamorized teachers that are depicted in movies, you know, where they magically solve all the problems in 120 minutes, all by themselves. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I have to say, even though some of those movies make me cry, you guys are too old for to serve with love, and oh yeah, Mr. Hollander is, Dangerous Minds. You know, I did have lots of tissues sitting next to me, but I have to tell you, by the end of all of those movies, even though I felt energized and ready to get back to school, I was a little concerned by that glamorized portrayal of the job of teacher, and telling a story and impacting America's psyche about what it is we do when we go into our classrooms, when we walk the halls of our schools. Because we know that we are not doing this job. It takes those secretaries who greet our parents at the door. It takes our paraprofessionals who surround our students with love and support. It takes our administrators who make sure that they allow our teachers to teach. It takes our parents. It takes our community members. It takes all of us to ensure that we surround our students with everything they need. That's why I'm so encouraged. I was so happy to sit here and hear from our family school partnership folks, parents, and community members who understand that they too have a responsibility in the success of our students. I have to tell you that it's such an exciting time at the beginning of the year. You know, we have new starts, we have new students, we have new opportunities, new little minds to introduce to the wonders of science, the learnings from history, the beauty of art. As I thought about what I wanted to leave you with this morning, I thought I needed to For those of you who don't know, that's something we do in Black Baptist churches. We take a text. So I'm going to take a text this morning. And they are a challenge found in the words of Sitting Bull. Let us put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children. Because it's only together that we will be able to unleash the brilliance of every single student. Let us put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children. You know, probably like many of you, I was destined to become a teacher. From the time I forced my two sisters to play school on the front steps of my North Philly home, I'm not really sure why my oldest sister put up with it, because she beat me up on a regular basis. But every day after school, my two sisters would come home, I'd put them on the first step, and if they did their lessons just right, then they graduated to the second step. And if they answered all the math problems right, then they graduated to the third step. We had 6 steps in front of our home, so by the time they got to the 6th step, if they were perfect, they got promoted to the first step. I have to tell you, when I told my parents that I wanted to become a teacher, they were more than a little bit concerned. You see, they had already seen the growing lack of respect for educators across the country. And they knew I wasn't going to make any money. My father had fought long and hard to make sure that I had the opportunity to pursue any. He had to go up to my high school and fight to make sure that I could major in math and science. And so he expected me to pursue a STEM career. When I told him that I wanted to become a teacher, he was more than a little bit angry, and I'm not sure what I told him. When I was standing in front of the window, you see he's from the Spare the Rod, Spoil the Child generation, do you know? Yeah. I should tell you, my father was a teacher. He didn't want me to follow him into the profession. He didn't believe that as a teacher I could have the kind of impact that he thought I should. But a teacher I became. Fast forward. We are now in the fight of our lives for the very institution that has become the great equalizer, that engine of opportunity in a democratic society. You know, when I stepped in my middle school classroom 30, none of your business, years ago, even though I was in front of those babies with attitude, I still had this wide-eyed enthusiasm, this sense of hope and promise. I didn't have a clue that education itself would become a notion at risk. You see, we as educators have a moral obligation to stand up and fight for the very existence of public education. Do you hear me, fellow educators? We must stand up and fight to make sure that these children have what they need so they can be successful. As a professional, your work is so much bigger than ensuring the success of the curious and sometimes a little precocious students who are assigned to you this year. You must be activists and leaders so that all students have the opportunities that will allow we must remind ourselves every year why we made that choice to become an educator. Every year, you will have one or maybe more Sades who threaten to make you forget. You see, Sade was one of my students who didn't come to school every day. But I knew when I saw her, it would be a test of my ability to maintain my cool, to thoughtfully consider my responses, and to be the consummate professional. Oh, who am I kidding? It was a test for me to keep my job. She challenged me. She cussed at me. She got under my skin like no other child I had before. And I remind you, I taught middle school. Yeah, can I get a witness out there? For some reason, I wouldn't give up on her. I kept trying to understand her anger and her lack of motivation. What I soon learned was that this 13-year-old child was the oldest of 6. She was responsible for caring for her siblings, causing her to miss at least 2 days of school a week. She felt powerless and isolated, so she lashed out for the attention she so craved. I spent hours with Sade, tutoring her and encouraging her. And even though her outbursts lessened, I believed that by the end of the year, I had not made one bit of difference in her life. But when I saw her, 15 years later, she told me what it meant that I believed in her, that I cared enough to be firm but fair, to be demanding but compassionate. She told me she was studying at the community college and planning to work with troubled kids. Sade helped me remember. So let me remind you, even if it's one of those years when it seems as though the number of Sades have increased exponentially, you must stay determined and not be discouraged. You must stay committed and always courageous. You must be the leader and the teacher you want. So to help you remember, I'm asking my fellow teachers to embrace the magnitude of your importance, that you are the single greatest factor inside the school that determines your students' success. Reach back and mentor our newer teachers. Reach out and help and support each other. Think about ways that you can demonstrate your professional leadership and then do it. I'm asking our support staff to understand that you are educators too. Know that your role in the educational family is critical to the success of our students. I'm asking our administrators who lined up here so beautifully just now to be the visionary and brave educational leaders we need you to be. Confident enough to share your power, understanding that distributing that power gives you more. Listen to and value the professional expertise of your students, of your students and your teachers, and experience and commitment that your support staff give every single day. Yes, give them a hand. Be supportive and affirming, and never, ever, ever what it is like to teach. I am asking our school board members to honor and support Allentown's educators, always striving to partner with our parents and the community, continuously challenging the system to give our students what they need and deserve. Yes. And I want all of you to remember these words from a student. We think of effective teachers we've had over the years with a sense of recognition. But those who have touched our humanity, we remember with a deep sense of gratitude. Touching a child's humanity, no easy task, quite a responsibility for all of us. It's that humanity that came through when Allen's 2019 valedictorian delivered her speech at graduation this year. It was clear why Anna was a recipient of the Lin-Manuel Scholarship for her short play. By crafting a powerful and poignant message. It's not a secret, she said, that our district gets less funding per student than the well-off districts around us. But people at Allen do the best we can with the resources we are given. There's a lot that most people don't understand about what happens at our school. As Allen kids, we start with less than the schools around us, and we still achieve. We are proud because we started at a disadvantage, and we still have the talent and the persistence and the determination to win. It's not about the narrative they spin in the newspapers. It's about the students fighting every single day to survive who will make it to graduation. That's why I'm proud every day to have been a member of this community. We need to make sure that every student in our care feels like there's no question that in the communities around you with so many challenges that come to your schools, that you are being required to do more. So I must take this moment to thank you and applaud you for the important work you're especially doing around equity, trying to right the injustices that your students bring with them into the classrooms, trying to ensure that the funding that your schools get is not just adequate, but it is what your students need and deserve. I know that you face those challenges every year. This year is no different, but I know you will do that with your heads held high. Former National Teacher of the Year, Kim Oliver, posed this profound question. Are you worthy of your students? Are you worthy of your students? We understood in the asking of that question that Kim understood the important role that we played in the lives of our children. Allentown, we can't say we are worthy of our children as long as inequity and fear and injustice exist in our society. We cannot say we are worthy of our children as long as one child feels they are not valued and respected for who they are. So I need you to be brave and unapologetic, resilient and relentless. done for our children. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. We need you to stand in the fire to validate the humanity of our students. We need you, Allentown, to stand in the fire and demand the respect and the dignity you have earned and deserve as professionals. We need you to stand in the fire and not shrink back from your power, knowing, believing that we must be worthy of our students. I know as you begin this year that I'm asking a lot of you, so I'm going to leave you this morning with 3 words. Keep plugging away. Those are the words from a poem I had to recite when I was a young girl growing up in a small Black Baptist church in North Philly. It was the tradition of the church that the children would have to say pieces. Easter pieces, Christmas pieces, always with the pieces. Do you know what I mean? Well, I come from a really large family. My father had 8 sisters. Every one of them thought they were my mother. Every time they came into the house, they said, Rebecca, get up on the landing and say your piece. Well, by the time the day came for me to say my piece, I was sick. They called me to the front of the church, and much to the congregation's surprise and my family's horror, my knees began to buckle, and I bolted from the church. Well, my father came out after me. I told you about him, right? So when I saw him behind me, I was more than a little bit afraid. But he put his arms around me. He noticed my obvious dejection, and he said to me, Rebecca. That's what he called me when he was really mad or very serious. He said, Rebecca. Look up at the sky. The sun is still shining, and it will rise again tomorrow. With those encouraging words, I went back into the church and I said my piece. The beginning words of which I remember to this day. When rising storms quell, when opposing waters swell, keep it plugging away. If the hills are high before and the paths are hard to climb, keep it plugging away. So Allentown, those are the words I will leave with you this morning. In the face of the challenges to the very institution that was designed to give not one, not some, but every single student an opportunity to succeed, I need you to keep plugging away.
gotta tell Jonathan. What's going on, man? What's new? It's not over. All day.
Ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, good morning. I am John Carlos Santana. Many of you know me as one of your former students. Either the quiet one in the back or the ambitious social guard. Some of you are probably thinking about how much time has gone by or how much life has changed over the years. Believe me, I'm thinking the same thing. It's crazy to imagine how much a few things could change over the course of a couple of years. As many of you probably know, I've been a student in the Allentown School District for almost 8 years now. I came with my family from the Bronx, New York after I was in elementary school for PSMS 31. I came here in the summer when I was transferring to the 4th grade. I can proudly state my life has changed for the better ever since I came to the district. Since becoming a student of the ASD, first as a Cleveland Coy Bear, then a brave rock band, and finally a canary, I've accomplished so much, and thanks to you fostering my level of learning. I wouldn't be here today giving this speech to all of you without the help of a majority. Under the guidance of teachers, tutors, and coaches, my peers and I have had multiple opportunities to become our best versions of ourselves and prepare us for what is to come in the near and distant future. On behalf of myself, my peers, the future, past, and present generation of students, I would like to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for your dedication, your kindness, and your support. Many of my peers and I would not be here today without you. I want you all to give each other and yourselves a round of applause for your hard work. Now it's my honor and pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Thomas Parker.
Good morning. Wait a minute. First and foremost, I need to do something. Drexler. Can I get some more countdown? So as a proud parent of a student at Drexler, I have to disagree with Mr. Hahn about schools in the West End. Welcome back. I am excited, proud to be standing here before you for the third time in my 18th year in education to welcome you back to school here for the Allentown School District. So, it's going to be a little bit kamikaze this morning because I actually have 2 speeches that I need to give. Trust me, they'll be short. But I need to send 2 messages, so I'm going to do them separately. First, one of the things that I think is really important as we welcome our teachers back to the district is that we often speak about your level of responsibility and accountability for ensuring and supporting the life and the future of those that we serve. And I absolutely believe that as a former middle school teacher, I definitely understand. But I also think that we have to own, as a larger society, as a larger community, the work and advocacy that we have to do to ensure that you have the right conditions to educate the children that walk into our doors each and every day. One of the things that I hope that you see that this district, this administration, this board has and will continue to do is to work hard to ensure that you have the right conditions to do the work to educate our children. So I want to share a snippet of a message that I gave just 2 weeks ago when Governor Wolf visited Allentown School District for the second time this year for a speech over at Harrison Ward Middle School. And his conversation was regarding charter schools and the funding mechanism. And Allentown School District, as you well know, has some funding challenges. And I want to share just a bit of the message I shared that day because I believe it's even more poignant today as you come back to school here for the Allentown School District. In 2014, 4 years ago, Allentown School District had a $35 million fund balance. At that time, tuition costs were also only $35 million. 4 years later, those costs have doubled to $60 million in tuition expenses, and our district finds itself at a zero balance deficit. We have a cause and effect relationship. Our district is one that serves a very diverse population and educates an increasing population of students that also have special needs. Our district is expected to spend more than $42 million on special education programs this year. There's a 22% increase over the past 6 years. This year alone, we will add 5 autistic support classrooms to support 40 students at the additional cost of $1 million. Our district has experienced a 60% increase in the English learner population over the past 8 years. Due to funding concerns, our district has seen the staff decrease by 11% during the same period. The outcomes of this can easily be seen in our academic results. We willfully, dutifully, and gladly educate all children in the city, but we need to ensure that we and you have the resources to do it effectively.
The fiscal impact of resource deficiency can be most easily seen at our secondary level, specifically within our middle schools. Every middle school in Allentown has been identified as comprehensive school improvement by the state. Both of our comprehensive high schools have been identified as targeted school improvement, specifically based on the needs of special education and English learner populations. I stand here just 2 years into working to turn around these academic outcomes, and I reiterate and acknowledge that this is not an issue of our children's knowledge or ability, as well as not solely an issue of the adults that serve them. It is the outcome of resource issues that have limited our district's ability to meet the needs of our children. If we do not find a way to address these needs, our district and this generation of children will have been failed by our lack of action. I will continue to advocate on behalf of Allentown students. Recently, our Board of Education passed a resolution seeking a voluntary tuition reduction from our charter schools that serve Allentown students. Without critical support, we would be left to drastically reduce services to our students. The Allentown School District has worked in the past few years to reduce costs and has been graciously supported by additional funding from the Commonwealth, thanks to support from our local legislators, and even had to take out a loan to allow us to move forward without drastically reducing programs for children. But we are at the cliff. Our next steps and next decisions are critical. We can either choose to visit the resource deficiency concerns upon the children that sit in the ASD classrooms currently by further reducing people and programs in a district that has already reduced costs while experiencing academic emergencies. We see the outcomes of those decisions. Or we can choose to advocate and find a way to address the needs of our students without further creating separate but unequal systems of education in the Commonwealth. Children in Allentown, those that we serve, that are primarily Black and Hispanic, and economically disadvantaged, must not be further removed from the opportunity that should be afforded to all. I'll end with a quote from an op-ed that I wrote to the Morning Call in April. It cannot be the narrative of this city, of this region, of this district, that Allentown students deserve less than peers in their other zip codes. It cannot be our narrative that we educate our children with fewer resources. So as we open schools back this year, and I hate to bring the mood down and be somber, it is against the backdrop of the financial issues that are affecting this district, but that are also affecting other districts like this across the Commonwealth. And in our district, our board leadership, our union leadership, our teachers, our parents, our communities, we have to have a strong resolve to ensure that we advocate for the needs of our children. So that's first and foremost the message that I want to send this morning. I am 100% committed to ensuring that we advocate and that we support the needs of our children at a very high level. Thank you. Now, I want to tell you a little bit of a story. And this story for me is when I realized that this is what I was really here to do. And I want you to feel it with me. You know, the old saying goes, people may not remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel. So I want you to feel this, because it was when I was most frustrated, but also knew that this is where I was supposed to be. My first year teaching, I think her name was Sade, but I had a couple of knuckleheads in my classroom on the east side of Detroit in an area where the demographics were really similar to Allentown, a large population of black students, a large population of Bengali students, a large population of Hmong students. So a very diverse area, right on the heels of my first year teaching was 9/11. So right on the heels of everything that happened, just heightened spirit in the community. And here I am, I was a lot younger, a little bit more slim, but going in, looking like a teenager, teaching middle school in the inner city. And I walked in, now I had my Howard degree, I had my Michigan degree, go blue. I was ready, and I walked into that classroom, and those kids looked at me, sized me up, and decided they had to try me to find out whether or not I was going to be able to be there in that classroom. And try me they did. And I showed them, because I sent a couple of little behinds right down to the principal's office right away. And then I went back to teaching my class. And 5 minutes later, those kids walked right back up to the classroom and sat down and looked at me smiling. As soon as my break came, I went down to the office because I was getting ready to have a conversation with somebody about why these kids came back to my classroom. And I went down and I met Mary Green. Now, some of you may have heard about Mary Green, but Mary Green was the counselor at Cleveland Elementary School on the east side of Detroit. And Mary Green, when I walked down, she looked at me and she said, "Mr. Parker, these kids already respect me. It's you that have the problem. So sending them out to me isn't going to solve your problem. You need to find a way to build a better relationship with them and with their parents so that they respect the space in your classroom." And after I got through huffing and puffing and owned and understood what she was saying, she was sending me a message as a first-year teacher. I had to find a way to connect. I had to find a way to build. I had to send a message to the kids that I was here as a partner and as a support for them in their school, in their community. And if I did that first, then I would have an easier path to getting them engaged in the academic environment. And that stuck with me over the next 5 years of becoming a teacher and eventually an administrator in that building, and Mary Green as my mentor. That always stuck with me. And at that point, I didn't even understand or know what restorative practices or what some of those concepts of education were. But I understood that Ms. Green said that my responsibility is to connect, is to build, and to ensure that I can reach out and bring those students into my family that I created in that classroom. As I became an assistant principal and a principal, the same concept. How do you reach out? How do you connect? How do you build? How do you bring students and how do you bring families into the family that you create in your schools? That's in a lot of ways, I think, a microcosm of the challenge and opportunity that we have laying here before us at the Allentown School District. How do we continue to connect and continue to build and continue to bring our community into our family and bring our school district into our community's family here in the city of Allentown? I will tell you, as I sat here and watched the parade of faces that came on stage today, this is perhaps the most diverse opening that I've seen. I'm pretty sure maybe in the history of the district. Our diversity in this district, in this city, is our strength. One of the elements that we embedded in our strategic framework was really working to identify leaders and also working to ensure that we had a more diverse workforce here in the school district. And I believe you'll be able to see in a lot of schools and a lot of spaces that diversity beginning to be really prominent in terms of how we educate our children. But But I want to just for a second focus on a theme. And I'm going to play a snippet of a video here for you in just a moment. Every year we have this, come up with a really snazzy welcome back video, and I think we have something this year that you'll enjoy, and I have a snippet of it this morning that I want to show you. And it's going to take you through our strategic framework and some of the positive outcomes that we've seen from last year and some of the plans that we have coming up for our current year. But I'd like to address three at a higher level. Part of the challenge in our district is culture, and one of the opportunities that we have is becoming a restorative district. You don't become a restorative district overnight, and you don't do it by force. You do it by ownership, and you do it by each and every person that's sitting in this room, understanding and valuing the importance of those that we serve, and creating spaces where we value them, they value us, and we become one family, one community. And that's the goal that we'll have moving forward. If you had an opportunity to read the outcomes of our strategic framework and our curriculum audit, you'll notice something really prominent. And something that becomes a call for each of us. Our curriculum audit identifies that students that are economically disadvantaged, students that are African American, students that are second language learners are more likely to be enrolled in courses that need remediation. That same population, that population that looks a lot like you, is less likely to be enrolled in courses that are higher academic success. The challenge that we have laying here before us, and why I started with the challenge that we're laying out to our broader community regarding funding and supports, because we have a responsibility to push in that arena, but we have a responsibility in this room, with us sitting around the table here, to continue to address the issues of equity and stratification that exists in our community. And we see it in our schools, we see it in our classrooms. We have to be bold enough to own it, address it, and not let that become the factor that prevents students from being successful in life. I'm excited to see our members of our family and community engagement team here. If you go back to the slide, you'll see that there's a 5-pronged approach to family and community engagement. It's not something that can happen with one group of people or with one approach. We have to be broad in our impact and broad in our expectations. And we need each and every one of you, each and every person in this room to continue to build community and continue to ensure that we're reaching out to our families and building that one family community here in the Allentown School District. So, as I close, I just wanted to bring a few things to light today. Pardon me for not having as much rah-rah, but I wanted to send a tone and send a message as we open this school year. We've completed our curriculum audit. We've completed our fiscal audit. We know and identified, we have data to support the areas of need that our children have. We are here to do the work. We're here to address the needs of our students. I thank each and every one of you for the work that you've done last year over the summer and even preparing for this year to do that work, to embed equity at the core of all we do as a district and as an organization, and know that we're going to have dynamic outcomes and dynamic results because we're all going to be committed to excellence. So with that, I want to say thank you. I want you to go back into your schools today, have a wonderful opening, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you and visiting your schools through the school year. So, my tech person, we're here because it's our responsibility to acknowledge and celebrate the dynamic excellence that is students and you adults exhibit in our classrooms, in our community, here in the
people won't be dependent on shiny buildings, they'll be dependent on the people in this room. And all the children around the neighborhoods balance out with their tremendous talents and their promise.
Again, to each and every one of you, to the teachers in this district that teach my child, to the teachers in this district that teach the children of every member of this community, we thank you, we applaud you, we're excited to have you back. We're looking forward to a great school year. The race is not given to the swift or the strong, but the one who endures to the end, and this district will endure. This district will continue to be committed to excellence, and we will continue to be the change that we want to see. Thank you. So, we're going to dismiss orderly. No, thank you all for coming. Your transportation should be outside. Can we get cowbell one more time as we leave?